Hi, it's Lonnie with Crafty Traveler, and today is Tuesday, April the 19th. We spent the night at the Bellotto Event Center, which is the fairgrounds in Tres Piernus, for $35 a night. We have 2 nights here. The sleep was good. It was cool, but not cold. And the traffic was very minimal, about after 10 o'clock. It seems to be a really nice place to stay for a couple days. Full hookups, no Wi-Fi, no cable, but that's okay. Today it's a little overcast, which will not be nice. It'll stay cool. And you can see all these foothills behind me. Pretty green foothills, at least for now. You can hear some traffic behind me. It's a pretty busy road during the day. And there's our area where we're parked. We're not too far from Pinnacles National Park, and that's where we're going to go today.
Every change has a reason, baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season lives outside of status quo. If we stop believing we're meant to be, expanding our abilities. If the passion's gone, we are doing it wrong. Baby, you and I should start living now. With the whole world at our feet, we could stay or we could leave. There is nothing in between. So baby, we should start living now. 'Cause we only have this life. Wanna laugh and wanna cry. I don't wanna waste my time. So baby, we should start living now.
On this trip, we don't have the car rigged to tow, so we are driving the motorhome, which means unhooking it and hooking up when we return. So we're headed to Pinnacles National Park. It's just up the road a ways from the event center. Pinnacles National Park is a national park in California, located east of the Salinas Valley in Central California and about 5 miles east of Soledad and 80 miles southeast of San Jose. Real good.
Awesome, thank you for that.
We're just going to the visitor center. Can we drive through the campground?
Absolutely, I'd recommend it, just so like you can kind of scope it out, see if it's a good fit for you in the future and
Right.
whatnot. So, but yeah, Bob, and are you literally just here to visit the visitor center?
Yeah, and see that, because
Okay.
we're not going to go hiking, and we
Okay.
have our doggy with us.
Nice. I am going to say though, if you do have time, if you are up for it, I would recommend driving up to the Bear Gulch dating slot, so that way you can at least get a glimpse of what some of our main Pinnacle rock formations look like.
And I can get the motorhome up there?
Yes, you can. I've seen plenty of these RVs up there.
Fabulous.
But yeah, like I said, only if you have time.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, would you like a map though?
Yes, please.
All right. On the subject of driving through the campground and everything, would you like a campground handout as well?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I looked online and they were booked solid.
Okay.
So we're staying down in Tres Piernas,
Tres Pinos?
the fairgrounds.
Yeah, at that little RV campground they have right at the rodeo.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
So we're there, but we're here to visit the
All
park.
right, cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
The park's namesakes are the eroded leftovers of a western half of an extinct volcano that has moved 200 miles from its original location on the San Andreas Fault, embedded in a portion of the California Pacific Coast Ranges. Pinnacles is managed by the National Park Service, and the majority of the park is protected as wilderness. Here we are entering the area where the visitor center is on the left and the campground is on the right. First, we're going to go and park at the visitor center, and I'm going to go in and look around the store. There's a large parking area just behind the visitor center that would accommodate large rigs as well as mini cars. They have a very nice pool. There's some people swimming. It's a little chilly today, and I don't think the pool is heated. They have a statue of an owl. I'm sure that helps to keep the squirrels away from the pool. Inside the store at Pinnacles National Park. Got all the t-shirts and the hats. Here's the souvenirs. Okay, good. There's a pin. Pinnacles National Park. I'm going to get that. And I need a magnet. This book, Secrets of the Oak Woodlands, was illustrated by my watercolor instructor, Anne McGlente. Now we're driving back into the campground. There are many campsites, including glamping tents, and even some full hookup campsites. There are restrooms and showers throughout the park. As best I can tell from the brochure, there are 10 canvas tents, 100 tent camping sites, about 30 group camping sites, and 30 RV sites. This section is for the RVs. I know there is electricity and water, and there's a dump station up by the visitor center. It's all by reservation through the National Park Service, and you have to get this park way in advance. They were full when I looked it up 3 months ago. Now we're leaving the visitors area and we're going to drive up to Bear Gulch. which has hiking trails, picnic area, and the Bear Gulch Nature Center.
Straight cruising, headed for bruising, watching out for number one. You gotta slow down and look around you, son. Today is just today and not tomorrow. Where you're going, you can rest your head. Where you're going, brightness looks big. Where you're going, truth cannot be hid.
Well, the Pinnacles are up there. Couldn't get the RV parked, so had to come down where the sign is, where there's a big pullout to view the Pinnacles. A little more of a close-up. Attention, caution, Coedo rattlesnakes. Looks like they have red king snakes too. This area is actually closed. We just walked across the street. A faulty history. You're standing near an ancient crack in the earth within the San Andreas Fault Zone. The Chalone Creek Fault divides the volcanic sedimentary rock behind you. Millions of years ago, the fault and its sister, the Pinnacles Fault, created the steep cliffs as the land in front of you was uplifted and the land behind you dropped below sea level, creating an inland sea. As the volcanic rock began to erode away, sand, gravel, and boulders washed down into the inland sea, formed a thick sedimentary layers. The stark contrast of the Pinnacle spires to the west with the rolling hills behind you is a result of organic forces that have shaped the land and tell the story of the San Andreas Fault. Now we're going back over to the day use area behind the visitor center and make ourselves some lunch. Here we are, we're parked in the day use parking lot for a little lunch. There's not a lot of people here, but when we drove up to Bear Gulch, there was no parking because everybody was up there. But it's still a pleasant day. We're enjoying the scenery and the wildlife, and the weather is a little breezy, but just fine. Lots of ground squirrels around. They've been chirping at Snickers. He's seen a couple. And there's lots of holes in the fields, so I gotta watch my step for squirrel holes. There's a little squirrel there chirping at me. I hope you enjoyed the video to Pinnacles National Park. Oh, we don't hike much and we have the dog, so we have to see things from viewpoints. It was a lovely day and we had a nice lunch. It's nice to have the RV so that we can just take everything with us. So if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up, comments, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.